The second thing that was very obvious, again, when I talk about building your buy box, right, it's put in your criteria, try to get between 20 and 40 active listings. I'm talking very early in the process, right, where we're starting to learn what the average yield is. And a lot of folks have chosen to do small multis, which in a lot of markets, you've got to go pretty broad to get 20 to 40 active listings. So just talk about your experience, because you've only ever bought, well, except for your very first one, right? You have cut your teeth mainly in duplexes through quads, is my understanding.
Yes, and people really need to understand what you say often that is correct. Real estate is local. And there are some areas where there are a lot of small multifamily, right? In my area right now, there's a couple hundred on the MLS.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Ridiculously overpriced, stupid
But still,
price.
on the
I look at I do my members only live streams every other Friday, and we pull up, you know, when I don't have a guest on, we pull up my market or one of the guest markets, and I scroll and scroll, and I'm like, oh, well, look at this one. I scroll and scroll and scroll, and we look at this one. And there are some areas like one of my properties, one of my small multifamily is in an area of small multifamily properties. Right. So most people associate, when they think duplex, they think a street of duplexes. One of mine is in a situation like that. The rest, it goes house, 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 fourplex, house, 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 house. Right. This is the small multifamily in the across the street over there. There are some apartments, but it's like a half a mile away. That's across the street in Washington. So I love how you put it. Single family house, small multifamily house, multifamily. Which one has the best yield? That's the one you're going to look at. So when I started, I wanted to buy single family houses because I understood it. I owned one that I purchased before I was an investor, you know, the house with the white picket fence to raise the kids in, right? Turned into a rental because I couldn't get rid of it. And then I went to start doing the house hacking thing by buying a house, living in it for a year, no shared living space. Figured I'd just rinse and repeat every couple of years, have 5 houses in 10 years. But they don't cash flow here. I still, a decade later, have not seen a single family house that would cash flow. So I switched to small multifamily. You are not going to see them on Redfin or Zillow or Realtor.com. They don't show up. They show up maybe 2 or 3 months later as pending or closed. The deals I've closed on showed up pending months later. So you need MLS access. You need multiple searches with agents set up, or you're not going to see them. You're going to say, oh, there's just nothing in our area. But how are you searching?
Yeah, so I want to repeat that. I want to repeat that because we did pull up Realtor.com. Some of the students pulled that up. And again, what you're saying is don't rely on that.
They're not there. They're just not there.
Yeah. And again, one of the things that we kept repeating last Sunday, and if people get the video, they'll see this is your opportunity to network. This is your opportunity. Guess what? You need to call a few agents. And don't ever tell me you just have one. Have several.
Right.
But yeah, keep going. Sorry.
So, and then the explanation with having multiple agents is make sure that they know, and they're not doing a bunch of work. They're not taking you and showing you a bunch of properties. They're just setting up an auto search that you then further filter.